Hey guys, what is up? It is Fluffer Nuggets here, or Nick, whatever you want to call me. I am perfectly fine as long as it's not derogatory. But I know I said in the last video that your next deck would be a Yosinju deck. I am still working on it. I expect a Carter Demise to be one of those cards that they'll be up for a couple days and then drop immediately in price for some insane reason. I do not know why. I thought that with as well as Demise was, but I figured it'd be one of those type of printings, like, okay, this card jet was really good and now got a reprint and now it's cheap. I thought it was gonna be like that. I thought it was gonna be like another Lice Revenge kind of setup because I believe Sanctums were like upwards of like $10, $15 before Battle of Legends Lice Revenge was released and then dropped, and then all of a sudden the reprints were like two. I thought it'd be one of those scenarios, but apparently I was wrong. So I'm still working on that, and as soon as I can get the cards for it, I will bring it to you. But to hold you guys off, I brought you another Paleo deck file. I got the rest of my cards really to fit it up, except for one card, and I know exactly where it is. It is at my locals. I can get it. I have somebody, they're holding it for me. I know they are. I asked them to. They said it was perfectly fine because nobody was buying it in a couple of weeks because of how expensive it was. So hopefully this, what I'll point out to you, I'll show you exactly what it is, but the one card I have substituting for at this moment is perfectly fine. It's a good substitute, but it doesn't necessarily make up what the one card was, and I'll tell you what it is later when it gets to that point. But anyway, I'll hurry up and get into this deck profile. 3 Swap Frog, best normal summon, you guys already know. Frog Engine, pretty much. 3 Stoop, and 2 Ronin. You know, one card, you get Swap Frog in this, and you get a Toad. Double Gamma Seal. I played, you guys remember this? Tribute to any problematic monsters like Masterpiece or Odd Eyes Vortex or something like that, then go into your plays. Plus, if you need to, you can actually send it from your hand for a Toad to negate something. This is actually one of my changes. I went to 2 Effect Veiler in the main instead of having 3 Ghost Ogres. Veilers just seem more useful right now because you can stop Electromice, you can stop Candinas, you can stop whatever you need to handle this. Hopefully that could make sense to you guys. And even though Ghost Ogre does hit more being with like spells, traps, and other monster effects, Veiler only hitting that. I find that Veilers are actually more important into the meta at this current time, and hopefully, and playtesting. I mean, it's not necessarily what I want it to be. There are things I feel like there should be a better version of Effect Veiler or Ghost Ogre, of some variation that can do something. If this deck had a hand trap, a water hand trap, water aqua hand trap, that did something like negating effects or stopping an effect or destroying cards, whatnot, this deck would be so much better and more competitive. Board wipes, 1 Raigeki, 1 Dark Hole. Same as last profile. Same spell lineup actually is the same deck file. Dark Hole, Raigeki, 2 Pot of Desires. I'm not gonna lie, when I was actually redoing this and I was retesting it, I tried this at 3. Did not work out well. Kept drawing into it. Trying to use it for Dynascus fodder. Didn't work out. 2 is perfectly fine, perfectly reasonable. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Now into our traps. 3 MST, 3 Karma Cut, 2 Book of Moon, mini DDR, and 1 Foolish Burial. The ones people keep asking me about, especially at my locals, was why I had 3 Dynascus and only 2 Canidia, or Canidia. It's because I personally believe banishing card, even at the cost of a discard, is more important right now than putting 1 monster face down, especially here with Pendulum Magicians being at the very top. Because you put down 1 monster in Pendulum Magician, they can still probably bring out the Electrolyte. They're still can Pendulum Summon. They're still going to do well with Fanatics. They're still going to keep going off. But they're going to have trouble if you banish their Scales, if you banish the Electromite, you banish whatever you need. They're kind of dead. Not necessarily dead in the water, but they'll have way less to do than if you Book a Moon it. But I know as soon as like a lot of the new when the other Link monsters like Cherubini, the Christian Link monster. If when those start coming out, I do believe I'll probably amp this back up to 3. But right now, 2 is like a perfect number for it, in my opinion. Then this is just a combo extender, and this sets up your future plays. Then we played One Lost Win for our primary Morello target. Morello would just generally send Lost Win, and then Lost Win would get set when they special summon a monster from the extra deck. 2 anti-spells as a Pendulum Killer. 1 Imperial Order, just to stop spell cards in general. True Dracos actually have a little bit of trouble with this card. Not a whole lot, because they can just tribute a spell and pop it, but yeah. Then, of course, we're playing our Solemn Brigade of Warning, Judgment, and Strikes. I personally believe these are a necessity for this deck survival. Like, if you do not have these at maxed out as much as you can, you're probably going to end up losing, because you have nothing really to stop cards that you need to. It is sad that you can't really chain your Paleos trap assist due to being counter traps inherently being the fastest card in the game. But it's just inherently you need these to survive as much as possible. You have to stop cards like Ghost Ash from hitting your or Ash Blossom from hitting your Spot Frog. You have to stop Ghost Ogres from hitting your Totally Awesome. You just have to stop everything, all the hand traps and stuff. That's why you play 3 Solemn Strike. Warning, Judgment to stop monsters that you just can't deal with normally, like Masterpiece. It's just that much. And then, of course, my favorite tech card that you guys have to love too, Dimensional Barrier. Just every time I played this, there's only been out of all my 10 out of it's like 4 out of 5 games this card will always be live. There's only a few times where it has not been live for me, and that's when it's going against Trickstars and Goki. And Goki, I still won. It's just this doesn't really do anything. It's just kind of like a activate it, get a paleo on the field. But other than that, it doesn't really do anything against these decks. But when you can stop a pendulum effect, when you you activate this, call Pendulum, and it's on a Paleozoic, they really can't do anything. They pretty much just lost their turn. And then a lot of times people will also play like Synchros and Xyz still. So this is also really good against those. And it's also really good in the mirror match because you just activate this, call they may get a monster on board or a chance to chain to with a Paleozoic, but if they don't have one, you just call Xyz. They kind of dead in the water. They get them Starboy. And then finally, 2 Storm Mirror Force just to deal with board clear. Yeah. Storm Mirror Force is probably the best one right now because it doesn't destroy, it doesn't target, and it just returns it to hand. But anyway, then we're playing 3 Starboy. This is where my one card came in. This is supposed to be another card. It is supposed to be a Borlo Dragon, but I'm not gonna be able to get to my locals this week for reasons. So I'm having them hold it for me till next week, and they said it's perfectly fine because nobody's buying it anyway. So this is supposed to be a Borlo Dragon. Everything else is proper. Nothing else is missing. It's just this should be a Borload. So remember that, guys. 1 Borload and not 3 Starboy. So just 2 Starboy, Borload, and a Deco Talker. You only really go into Starboys and Borload. Deco Talker's there just in case. I have actually taken a monster with Toad and then had to go into a Deco Talker. But other than that, it's perfectly fine. I've actually have gone games where I have gone and summoned the third Starboy, even though when I really didn't want to. But this should be a Borload because, like I said, you can use your Starboy, a monster you took with Toad, and then a Ronin Toner, or you can spam with Ronin Tonins. But it's what you need is a Borload in here. Because Borload is a 3K monster that just handles your problems. So as soon as I get a Borload, this is what it's going to take out. But other than that, it's just your problem solver. Now on to the fun parts of the deck. 3 Treat Toad, because everybody loves negating. 1 Ophibinia, 1 Anomalocaris, 1 Cat Shark, 1 Phantomite Cursed Javelin, 1 number 22, 1 Digusto Phoenix, 1 Sky Cavalry, and of course my favorite little tech, number F0. I don't bring this out a lot, but when I do, it generally does win me the game because it can't be destroyed by battle or by card effect. If it be destroyed by battle or card effect, it can't be destroyed by battle. If it be destroyed by card effect, you DTH one. Then it takes possession of whatever monster you need, so you can go for link plays like that if you need to. You can it just wins games really. I actually summoned this and sat on it till the end of the game. I've actually done that. I have had to go into it like that, and I did not enjoy it. But when you can just sit on one card and just end the game, it's fine for me. Plus, there isn't really anything else. I mean, I could play a Winter Jerry's target. I could probably take out some of the stuff for Winter Jerry's targets, but other than that, there's nothing really important. You can just I thought I would throw in another Opabenia, but other than that, there is really nothing to take the spot. So I figured throw in the F-Zero, and every time it actually comes out, it does win me the game. It's just, but if you feel like there's no real point in it, you guys don't see it, go ahead, swap it out for whatever you want. This one is just a personal check of my choice. Side deck, 3 Ghost Ogre. You guys know I had this in main deck. I decided to sideboard it because, like I said, I find Effecto is a bit more important in this format. Gamma Seal and Kaiju Slumber, extra board wipe, extra Kaiju, always good. A 3rd anti-spell because I hate pendulums. Then we play 3 Cosmic Cyclone, 3 Heavy Storm Duster. Really good. Really, 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 really good. Other than say this, Twin Twister without a cost, really, because you activate this during your opponent's end phase or when they start playing cards. It's really good. You had a diagram with this. It's perfectly fine because you're going 1 for 1 anyway. And then finally, 3 Central Tribute. I don't mainboard this because your paleos can't do it. You only really play this when you feel like you're not going to be able to win otherwise. But a lot of times I side this in against ABC, against Mech Knight, against against Zombie Sworn. But other than that, I really don't have a reason to mainboard it. A lot of my other deck, pretty much everything else can handle it. A lot of times, even when I was maining this, I took it out more times than I wanted to keep it in, because like I said, it is a good board wipe. It's just your paleos can't chain to it. You lose all your stuff. The only way I would actually keep it in is if I knew for a fact like a meta was coming up and I needed to, like, my board was always going to be clear. But other than that, so that's it, guys. That's the Paleozoic deck profile. I hope you guys enjoyed it. See you guys next time.